Okay, now getting back into some more of the fun stuff. We're going to talk about what turns a woman on and what turns a woman off. So this is good to apply if you're on a date with a woman, or if you're in a conversation, you just met someone. All these things will apply in your results and how you're going to do. So first, let's talk about what turns women off when you're around them. What makes them not want to be attracted to you? Okay. First, arrogance. Arrogance, or someone who's self-absorbed about themselves. So if you're bragging about what you've done, your accomplishments, you're rubbing in her face. Let's say you're at work and you got a promotion. You're like, I got the promotion. I did good. And you're being arrogant about it. She's turned off by that. You're bragging about how nice your car is or how much money you make versus everybody else. That's a turn off. People don't want to hear that. People only care about themselves and what you're going to do for them. So by being a better listener, you'll be much better. Being self-absorbed with yourself, looking in the mirror all the time, checking yourself out, seeing your looks, counting your cash, always worrying about yourself and not others. It's another turnoff for women. Being judgmental is a big turnoff to people in general, not just women. But if you're judging people and when you're with her and you're bad-mouthing others, like, oh, look at that fat girl over there, or oh, look at that handicapped person, or laughing at someone like that, or look at that gay person over there. If you're judging people based on their lifestyles, or you're making racist jokes or jokes that are going to offend type of people, that's a big turnoff to a woman. Okay, it's better to not even say those things. You know, it's better to not say those things in general about anybody. When you judge others, you're going to be way more critical of yourself, which will cause you anxiety and fear, and it will hurt your success. So, you know, morals aside, judging people is not productive for your own life. So don't do it. Don't worry about everybody. You know, if you're jealous about someone else too, be grateful. Be grateful that they're doing well in life, because maybe you can talk to them and they'll help you. Most successful people want to help others. Don't judge anybody. Don't judge anybody who's doing worse than you. Don't judge anybody who's doing better than you. And don't assume the worst about people either. Don't assume that because they make money, they're bad people. Just, they make money. That's it. They're just people in general. When you talk to them, you find out the type of person you are, then you can understand that. But don't judge, criticize, or gossip about anybody when you're with a woman. She'll be very turned off by that. Rudeness or inconsiderateness. If you're being, a lot of men don't realize that women are really, they've got you under a microscope when you're on a date with them, and they're watching every move you make. And if you're rude to the waitress, or you're not polite to people, you don't use manners, you're not saying things like please and thank you, you're not a grateful person, if you're being inconsiderate to people, bumping into people, cutting people off, not letting them speak when they're talking, or cutting them off when they're speaking, and you're doing these type of things, she's going to be very turned off by that. It's going to show the type of person you are. So if you find yourself doing those things, not using manners, being rude, or being impolite, you may want to work on that, and how you treat other people makes a big difference. She will watch how you treat others and judge you by that. Make sure that you treat people like gold. Make sure you treat the waitress well. A lot of guys focus just on treating her well, but forget about everybody else around them. She's going to see that as manipulative. If you only treat her well, but everybody else you treat like crap, then she's going to see that you're fake, or it's not authentic, and eventually you're going to be treating her just the same way. So be kind to everyone when you're on a date with her. Bad odor or bad hygiene. If you don't take care of yourself, you don't wear deodorant, you don't take a shower every day, you don't brush your teeth consistently, you don't take care of yourself, you don't change, you don't keep your clothes clean often, you're wearing, socks with holes in them, things of that nature, she's going to be turned off by that. So make sure you keep yourself clean. Bad smell is a big turn off to women. Bad breath. Make sure you bring some mints with you on a date. Make sure you definitely have used deodorant and you smell good, because that's going to be a big turnoff if you don't smell good when you're with a woman, or you don't. Your fingernails, if your fingernails are dirty, make sure they're clean. Keep them clipped well. Make sure your hair is cleaned and trimmed. All this is very important when you're out meeting women. No manners. We talked about that in the rudeness or inconsiderateness. Make sure you say please, thank you, and use your manners when you're talking with people. Fake or inauthentic men is a big turnoff to women. If you come off inauthentic or fake because you're just trying to get her to like you, she's going to be turned off by that. If you're a wimpy man, if you're not confident, if you're nervous, that's a turnoff to her. We've covered that a lot in the other videos. Lying and manipulating is a big turnoff to women. Don't lie. Lying never gets you good with anybody. Guys, the definition of integrity is telling the truth even when it hurts. So Always be honest with people, even if you don't want to. Doesn't mean you have to tell everybody everything a part of your life, but if someone asks you a question, be honest about it. Be honest about everything and have it to be honest about your likes, be honest about your dislikes, be honest of what you've done wrong in the past, and be honest what you've done right. Okay? Just be honest in general will always help you, and don't manipulate anybody. You know, if you're trying to get a girl drunk in order to sleep with you, you're just never going to have good success with women. And you may get lucky once in a while or may work. You're going to attract very bad women into your life, and it's just not cool. People aren't going to like you. You do things like that. Okay? Substance abuse or drunkenness. If you're doing drugs or alcohol, big turnoff to quality women. Most women, it's okay if you have a drink here and there. If you're having 1 beer or 2 beers to drink socially for the whole night, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with a little bit getting loosened up, okay? Having a glass of wine once in a while. But if you're drinking 6, 7 beers in a night, or you've got to get drunk in order to talk to women, they're going to get turned off. You're not going to come across as a put-together, confident person. If you got to get drunk in order to meet women, then they're going to see you as not confident and insecure in the first place. Learn how to do it sober, okay? Because when you're around someone, you're going to eventually, be sober and you have to talk to them. Then what do you do then if you're used to meeting them when you're drunk? It's not going to work. Don't hide your problems in drugs and alcohol. Deal with your problems head on. Be a man. Figure out what you've got to do to get over those things. And I understand that it's hard. I know if you're already in that position that it's difficult to get out, but you've got to put the work into it. Guys, if you want to change your life, you've got to be willing to do some of the hard stuff. It starts now. Set a goal. Get yourself motivated. Put a picture of that beautiful girl on the wall if you have problems with drugs or alcohol and say, I'm going to get over this because that's what I want in 6 months. And set that goal to do it. Get started on it little by little. Take it step by step, and that's how you get yourself ahead. You might not be able to stop overnight, but move along. Lack of ambition or direction. If you don't have any goals in life or any place that you're heading, you don't have any passions, women get turned off by that. If you're just sitting on the couch watching TV every night, playing video games, you don't have any dreams or goals, it's very boring, and it's not good. Quality women aren't going to be around you. They want to be around with men that have visions in life, goals, big dreams, passions. That's why women love guitarists and music, guys in bands, because they're passionate about something. They love the guitar. Even if they're broke, even if they don't have a lot of money, they have passion for something, because that passion is going to translate into that relationship. They see the guy is passionate about playing that guitar or singing and the way he uses his instrument. She knows he's going to put the same work into her in his relationship as his instrument. Okay? Or he's going to have the same amount of passion in life. Having goals, big things you want to achieve, doing dreams, making big moves. That's what gets women attracted. So if you don't have that in your life right now, set some goals and find out what can you do to have passion in your life or ambition. What can you do to have the motivation? Indecisive men. A lot of men always ask women, so what do you want to do? She says, oh, whatever you want to do. And she's like, no, but I want to do what you want to do. I don't know what I want to do. Well, why don't you figure it out? Let me know what you want to do. I'm happy to do whatever you want. That's a big turnoff to women. Women want a guy who's going to just make decisions they don't have to. Like, hey, I was thinking about going out to dinner tonight. You want to go? Yeah, sure. Pretty simple, right? Or I was thinking there's this cool museum that I saw online, and I was thinking about bringing you tomorrow. You want to go with me? Oh, yeah. Okay. This is really simple. You make the decisions when you're going on a date. Now, it's okay to once in a while be like, hey, would you rather do? Would you rather do dinner or would you rather go to a museum? What are you in the mood for more? She's like, I don't want to eat. I'd rather do the museum. Okay, let's go. Now, see, you're still making the decision. You're still being the man. You're giving her options, but you are still being the deciding factor in it. Just don't be wimpy about your decisions. Don't be like, so, I don't know. I can't think of anything. Why don't you make the decision? Women don't want to do that. They don't want to make decisions. They want you to make the decisions. Okay? Another big turnoff is complaining about your ex. Don't complain about your ex. Okay? Don't badmouth your ex. Don't talk, because when you badmouth your ex, what's happening is she's thinking the minute something goes wrong in your relationship with her, you're going to do the same thing. And also, it shows a sign of weakness. If you're bad-mouthing your ex, she knows it takes two to tango. And there was problems in a relationship that you probably caused yourself. And by you talking about it, it shows you don't own up or you're not accountable for your actions. And that's a weakness in a man. So don't gossip about your ex. Don't talk about your ex. Don't trash your ex. Don't say any negative things about your ex. Just leave your ex out of it and worry about her. Worry about being attractive to her as possible and just turning her on, being a confident man, and that is what's going to be attractive to her. Okay? Let's see. So some of the things that do turn women on, I've already mentioned this, so I'm just going to go through this briefly to just kind of refresh. Women love a sense of humor, so make them laugh when you're talking with them. Women love intelligent men. So make sure you're not just sitting at home watching TV every night. Get rid of that TV. As a matter of fact, read as much books as you possibly can. Replace that TV with online courses like this, with books. Try to start off by reading 10, 15 pages a day, and then increase it from there. Try to read 40 pages a day, then 60 pages a day. Get good at learning. Women love men that are humble and have high levels of humility, that ask questions, that have mentors, that read books. This is attractive to a woman. A guy that's looking to improve himself. He has passion. He has dreams. That's a turn on. Okay? A man who has a nice smile. If you don't have a nice smile, believe it or not, I did this when I was in sales because it's an important part of selling, is I used to practice in front of a mirror just smiling. And I still practice by doing these videos. I watch how I look in the videos, and then I tweak certain movements that I don't like about myself that I think I want to change. So that way I'm always self-aware of myself, how I'm doing in my body language and attractive level to people. So do that yourself. You can practice in front of a mirror, or you could do a little video like I do. Just take the selfie cam, turn it on, do a little video recording yourself talking, smile. And nobody has to see this. You don't have to put it on Facebook or social media. You just watch it and you say, how do I look to myself? Do I look attractive to myself, or do I look weird or creepy in any way? You'd be surprised at how much feedback you get by doing this. So spend 2 minutes, record yourself, and if you're like, oh, I hate the way I look, then you really need to do this. If you're the one who's scared to do it, you need to do it more than the other guys, because you definitely have problems if you're scared. So get over it. Don't worry how bad you look. You will get better. Just do it for 1 minute if you have to. Get it going and just start. Okay? Another thing is a man who's well groomed. If you dress nice, your hair looks good, you take care of yourself, you're clean, women are going to be attracted to that. You look put together. Okay? Make sure your shoes match your pants. Don't wear white socks with black dress pants, the goofiest looking thing to women. Make sure your shoes aren't all torn up and worn down, or you're wearing sneakers with like dress pants or khakis or something like that. Make sure you wear decent shoes. It's one of the first thing a woman looks at. Okay? Make sure you have kindness and compassion for others. Be kind to other people. Treat people well. Treat everybody great. Even if they can't do anything good for you, treat them good anyways. Always treat people like gold. It will come back to you, not just with women, but everything in life. Okay? Have high ambition, have passion, have goals, have dreams, write them down, have a vision board, put up things on a board on what you want to accomplish in life. Do you want a nice car? Do you want a nice house? Do you want to be a rock star? Do you want to be an actor? Do you want to be an engineer? Do you want to be a doctor? Put that stuff up there and work your butt off to it. Women will be attracted to this, okay? Know who you are. Know what you are as a man. Women don't want a guy that just pretends to like everything she does. They want to have someone who's different. Even if it's not the coolest thing in the world. We all have our nerdy side, right? Me personally, I've said this in other videos, I play a card game called Magic the Gathering. It's nerdy, but I love it. It's fun, and it's a way for me to relax with my friends. Am I ashamed of it? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I think that card game actually helps me tremendously in my business, and it's a game that takes high level of skill to play. I'm proud to say that I play that, and I'm not going to hide that from a woman. And if a woman is turned off by me liking that, then that's her loss, not mine. Don't be afraid to say things you like, things like that. Now, of course, you don't need to bring it up in the conversation all the time and talk about it constantly, but if she asks, don't be afraid to say it. Know who you are and what your tastes are, what you like and what you dislike. Okay? Have integrity with women. Make sure that you're honest, you're trustworthy, that you have character. You hold yourself accountable for your actions. You don't blame other people when things go wrong. You blame yourself. You look at what you need to improve on. You're self-aware. That's a turn on for women, knowing who you are. And you know, a lot of men think it's a weakness to admit your faults. It takes courage to admit your weaknesses, to admit your faults, and to work on them. A coward hides from his faults because it takes too much work. It takes a strong man to know what his weaknesses are and then improve on them and work to surround himself with people that fill those weaknesses. Okay, another thing that's a turn on with women is being good with kids or animals is a big turn on. If you see kids, Say hi to them. If she's got kids, she's a single mom, you're going to score big points by the kids liking you, okay? If you ignore those kids and you don't spend time with them or you talk to them or have some fun with them just as much as her, then she's going to see that as manipulative. She's going to lose interest. Be good with animals in general and things of that nature. You know, if there's a dog there, pet the dog, be friendly to the dog, love all the creatures in the world. Women will be more attracted to you and you'll have a lot less stress in your life as well, okay? Be laid back and playful when you're with her. That's another turn on. Have some fun. And I've talked about this in the first video a lot, so I won't go over it. But just make sure you're making her laugh, you're relaxed, you're having a good time, and you're not just worrying about sleeping with her or making out with her or, you know, picking up women. You're there having a good time just being you. Okay, so that concludes this section, and I hope you've learned some things that you weren't familiar with in this section. On our next section, I believe we're going to be talking about dating specifics, where to go on dates, where to meet women, how to get contact numbers, and all that juicy stuff. Okay? But I wanted to give you this background on how women think is a very crucial part of your dating process, is knowing what she's thinking whenever you're speaking to her. So go out and apply some of the things. I'll give you some exercises in order to practice. I want you to follow through with those and make sure you've done the practices from the first section as well so you can go out there and have some success. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next section.